Have you ever thought about how tiny moments can lead to huge life-changing events? Like how a simple choice you made years ago might have shaped your entire future? That idea is at the heart of something called the butterfly effect. It's a concept that shows us how even the smallest actions or events can ripple outward, causing massive changes in ways we might never predict. So let's take a deep dive into the butterfly effect, what it is, where it came from, and how it shows up in our lives in ways you probably never imagined. What is the butterfly effect? The term butterfly effect might sound poetic, but it has its roots in science. The idea comes from chaos theory, a branch of mathematics that studies how complex systems behave in unpredictable ways. It was popularized by a meteorologist named Edward Lorenz in the 1960s. Lorenz was running weather simulations when he noticed something strange. He found that tiny changes in the starting conditions of his weather models could lead to vastly different outcomes. For example, if he changed a number ever so slightly, by a fraction of a decimal, the final weather prediction could shift from a sunny day to a massive storm. This led Lorenz to propose that something as small as the flap of a butterfly's wings could, in theory, set off a chain of events leading to a tornado on the other side of the world. Hence the name butterfly effect. Now, of course, this doesn't mean that a literal butterfly causes hurricanes. It's a metaphor for how small changes in a system can lead to big, unpredictable outcomes over time. A simple example, missing a bus. Imagine this, you're running late and you miss your bus by just a few seconds. Frustrating, right? But because you missed that bus, you end up meeting someone while waiting for the next one. Maybe that person becomes a lifelong friend, or maybe they introduce you to a new job opportunity. Suddenly, missing that bus doesn't seem so insignificant anymore. This is a simple example of the butterfly effect in action. A small event, missing the bus, leads to a chain of events that changes your life in a significant way. It's something we all experience, often without even realizing it. The butterfly effect in history. History is full of moments where small actions led to massive consequences. Let's look at a few examples. The spark that started World War I. One of the most well-known examples of the butterfly effect in history is the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand in 1914. It's often said that his assassination was the spark that ignited World War I, but what if something as small as a traffic delay had prevented the assassin from being in the right place at the right time? The entire course of history might have been different. The fall of the Berlin Wall. Another example is the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989. A small miscommunication during a press conference led to a sudden and unexpected opening of the border between East and West Berlin. This tiny mistake triggered a chain reaction that ultimately brought down the wall and changed the world forever. The butterfly effect in nature. The butterfly effect isn't just about human events, it's also a natural phenomenon. Nature operates in complex systems where small changes can have large impacts. Take ecosystems, for example. In a delicate ecosystem, removing just one species can cause a domino effect that impacts the entire food chain. This is why conservation efforts are so important, because even the smallest changes in an environment can lead to massive shifts over time. A real-life example of this occurred in Yellowstone National Park. When wolves were reintroduced to the park after being absent for decades, it didn't just affect the deer population, it changed the behavior of the deer, which allowed vegetation to recover in certain areas. That in turn affected other species, eventually even altering the flow of rivers. It's a perfect illustration of how small changes can ripple outward in ways we might never expect. The butterfly effect in our personal lives. On a personal level, the butterfly effect can be both comforting and unsettling. It shows us that small actions matter. Every choice we make has the potential to create ripples that affect our future in unexpected ways. Think about how you met your closest friend. Maybe it was a chance encounter. You happened to be at the same place at the same time. What if you hadn't gone there that day? How different would your life be now? Or consider your career. Maybe a random conversation sparked an interest in a field you hadn't considered before. That small moment set you on a path that shaped your entire future. Fun fact, the butterfly effect in pop culture. The butterfly effect has made its way into pop culture too. You might have seen movies or TV shows that explore this idea. One popular example is the movie The Butterfly Effect, starring Ashton Kutcher. In the film, the main character discovers that he can travel back in time and change events in his past. But every time he does, it drastically alters the present in unpredictable ways. Another example is the concept of time travel in science fiction. Many stories explore how small changes in the past can lead to vastly different futures. It's a recurring theme because it taps into something we all wonder about. How different would life be if we could change just one small thing? How to embrace the butterfly effect. The idea of the butterfly effect can feel overwhelming. After all, if small actions can lead to big changes, how can we ever be sure we're making the right choices? The truth is, we can't predict every outcome, but we can embrace the butterfly effect in a positive way by focusing on the small things we can control. Here are a few ideas. Be kind. Small acts of kindness can create ripples that spread far beyond what we see. A simple smile or a kind word might brighten someone's day and lead to a chain of positive events. Take small steps. Big goals can feel daunting, but the butterfly effect reminds us that small steps matter. Each tiny action adds up over time and can lead to significant change. Stay open to possibilities. Life is full of unexpected twists and turns. By staying open to new experiences and opportunities, we increase the chances of positive outcomes down the road. The power of small things. In the end, the butterfly effect teaches us that small things matter. Every decision, every action, and every moment has the potential to create ripples that shape our future in ways we can't always predict. So the next time you find yourself wondering if something small is worth doing, remember, even the tiniest flap of a butterfly's wings can set off a chain reaction that changes the world. Embrace the small moments, take small actions, and trust that they can lead to something greater than you ever imagined. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating insights into how your brain works. See you in the next video.